Hey everyone, welcome to Secret Handshake. I'm Drugger and I'm here with Sev, and we're going to talk about the Willow TV series trailer. What did you think about it, Sev?
I thought it was interesting. I have, as a disclaimer, I seen Willow once, probably like 2 decades ago, and I barely remember anything about it. So
Oh, well,
that is sad.
that's sad. You should probably watch Willow sometime.
I probably should watch Willow sometime. The trailer looked cool. I like the. It looked like it had magical elements, magical creatures, and stuff like that, just like the original Willow did. It looked cool. It looked interesting. I want to watch it. That's about all I got from it, without much context.
Y- Yeah, I mean, the one thing, well, right off the bat that I thought was pretty cool is they have a lot of the same people that were in Willow, including Warwick Davis, and I think her name is Joanne Whaley. She plays the redhead who's a bad guy in the movie, but in the or towards the end of the movie, she kind of flips sides, and then in the TV series, she's kind of been the mother of this chosen one person because the entire movie is basically about protecting and keeping this baby alive who's sort of like the chosen one that's going to, you know, unify the kingdom and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's a neat universe to go back to, which is both good and bad because it seems like nothing new is ever thought of. They only go back to things that already exist. But Willow is a neat universe. The whole thing of it. I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got a crush on the nostalgia, right? So,
hmm
who is Willow?
Willow
I
is,
mean, I know who Willow is, obviously, and everything about him. But just for everyone else, can you
of
describe who
course.
Willow is? Is he a wizard? Is he a, what about him?
Um, so in the movie, he is played by Warwick Davis, and they're in a village of, um, I forget the name of the people, but they're basically all little people, and Nelwyn, that's what they're called. He is basically a farmer who's trying to become a wizard. He even goes through like the wizard trials because there's a village wizard or whatever. And eventually, at the beginning of the movie, he finds this little girl that is saved from being killed. Finds this little girl that they sent down the river and saves her, and he and his family are taking care of her. And then the village decides that these beasts came to this village to get the little girl. So that's the whole beginning of the movie, and it basically sets them on this adventure to return the girl to the big people's kingdom or whatever. So that's who Willow is. He's a wizard in training of sorts, who I guess at this point in the story has become more of a wizard. It seems like, at least in the trailer.
Okay. I'm guessing this story is probably the future of that,
hmm
the baby, and what, how they're going to reunite the kingdom.
That's what I would presume. Yes, I forget what the exact prophecy or whatever. I think it was more than anything to sort of kill the evil queen Bavmorda. So yeah, this is the basically the future, and presumably more to do with the prophecy of the little girl.
Okay. And so what I can basically I'm expecting is that at least it's going to start the journey of trying to take back the kingdom or something like that is what I would expect, right? And then I would really hope I don't want to be disappointed. I'm really hoping that Willow is actual like a wizard because
hmm
he was in training before, right? Trying to be. Well, I want to see
hmm
him be one now, and I want to see him be a really cool wizard. So yeah, so I think what I see here is essentially Willow's going ahead. He's get caught up in this adventure again. It looks like there's some other people coming, new, fresh people coming into here too. I'm guessing there's going to be some trouble, and they're helping her defend the kid who's now an adult, and try to help her regain the kingdom or something. Is my guess, right?
hmm
So
Yeah, at the end of the movie, they defeat the baddies who they kind of show in the trailer. They show the one who's um, Kale, who's the guy with the skull helmet, and Bavmorda, who's like the evil witch or whatever, that sorceress that is sort of in control of the kingdom they're in. I forget the name of the kingdom they're in, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so they already kind of have the kingdom, but I don't know if it's supposed to unite like several kingdoms or if it's just whatever. I might even be wrong in that. I forget what the whole prophecy was around her. I think the prophecy was more about just bringing about the downfall of the queen in general, and so that was sort of fulfilled already. So I assume that this is going to show more about how the girl grows up and what the rest of her life is going to be like, which I assume there's some more to the prophecy or something else that's going to to be of more interest than just oh we're uniting the kingdom or whatever.
very cool. I'm kind of excited. There, I see there's like a giant like shield or dome thing that they were coming up, walking up to, and everything else. So this looks interesting. I'm excited. I think this will be a great series to watch. Let's hopefully it turns out well.
Yeah, I saw some cool stuff that was in the movie basically like the it looked like trolls which were a thing in the movie at one point. They also showed a sort of neat looking water beast thing and I couldn't tell if it was CGI or like a practical effect, but it did look really neat. So um yeah, I don't know. I hope the whole thing is going to be good. The only drawback that I can see for the most part is that it's not going to have Val Kilmer in it at all, who played Mad Mardigan, which, to be honest, he was kind of the best part of Willow just because he was fun. He did a good job in Willow of being like this sort of crazy swordsman guy. Yeah, in this, he's the guy who plays Mad Mardigan, Val Kilmer. He's had a bunch of health problems and stuff, and so he's not going to be doing any more acting. So, as far as that goes, he's not going to be in it. But I don't know how they're going to say he's not around anymore. I assume they're just going to say he died or something because that would make the most sense because he and the lady at the end kind of were sworn to protect this girl. So I don't think he would just run off and be like, "No, I'm going to go on my own adventures again," kind of thing. But who knows?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for listening to The Secret Handshake. Come back again to listen to us talk about Obi-Wan Episode 4.